I feed David.
Yo, once again, 32 for 1 podcast. It's your boy E. Charles alongside with my guy Antidote. Antidote, man, what's good, brother?
What's the deal, man? How you feeling?
Man, it's Wednesday, bro. These playoffs looking good.
Indeed.
we got some couple like I said, couple surprises for the first
Yeah.
game, but it's going good so far, man.
And we're another day close to real NBA action, man.
Yes. Actually, next week, we should start seeing some scrimmages, man. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Excited for that. So let's talk about the real NBA stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's start with Zion, bro. Big news. Zion has left the bubble. Not that he was injured. He has a family emergency. Some stuff went down with his family, which is fine. Family is first, especially during this
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah.
So he had to leave the bubble. He will return, but there is no return date. To what does this mean to you though, as far as basketball? Let's say he doesn't come. Let's say he comes game 3 of the 8 games. Would that hurt the Pelicans?
I mean, it doesn't help them, you know. I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
he is their future. He's been looking great in practice. He's been looking great on the court.
yep,
So it's not a good thing. I don't think it's going to necessarily hurt them tremendously, you know, in the long run. But we don't know. We'll have to see what happens when he comes back. You know, family. You're right. It's true. You got to take care of family, especially now. So I appreciate the NBA being lenient with that, you know, and allowing players to be able to take care of their responsibility off the court. Not just you're in the bubble, you got to stay. You know, that's not what an employer should do anyway, right? But when he comes back, you know, family it can either help or it can hurt, right? If you kind of get lackadaisical and kind of in the zone of just being with the family and you don't get back on, we don't know. I haven't seen him in this situation before, but I don't think he's going to leave and you know be out of shape or anything like that. It's not going to be a long time, so it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help them in the short term, but I don't think it hurts them in the long term either.
yeah. I agree with you. I would say the same thing, bro. Definitely catch up with your family first, and I don't think this would hurt him mentally. He just got to take care of home, come right back and try to get the job done.
Yeah,
Um, And I know he's fighting for the 8th spot, but like I told you last week, I really like Portland, man. I know Portland is 3 games behind,
yeah,
but man, Skinny Mello, you see Skinny Mello, bro?
yeah, yeah, man.
He's looking good, man. And
He's almost as
Dame,
good as Hoodie Mellow, you know.
yeah, and Dame is looking good as well. So they're
Yeah.
my favorites to get the 8th spot in the West. So we'll see.
Now let's backtrack. Where are the Pelicans right now? The ranking.
I don't want to give false information, but I think they're 10. I think they're
Okay.
10. I know Portland is
So they're
9 for
fighting
sure.
for a chance. They're fighting for a
Yeah,
chance
they're
too.
fighting. They're definitely
Okay.
fighting.
I
Yep.
mean, that just changes, you know, kind of a little bit of a dynamic as far as can it hurt them with Zion being gone? The fact that you reminded me that they're fighting to get in.
They're
You know what I
fighting to
mean?
get in. Yeah.
So yeah, man, he's got to come back ready to go right away. And
Yeah.
hopefully it's a quick trip and he comes right back
Yeah.
because if he starts missing games, that's not going to be good.
Yeah. That's the thing. They said he will return. They just don't know when. So
Yeah.
hopefully he could come back this week. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't miss any games. And he's
Mhm.
just getting to a flow of things. He was just practicing, last week with those guys. So
Right. Yeah.
hopefully he doesn't lose his step. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking about players leaving bubbles, Michael Beasley, who we were excited about last week, joining with Jamal Crawford, he got tested positive for coronavirus. He had to leave the bubble, and he will not return. So they're actually looking or probably found another player to substitute him.
So
Um,
no return at all.
nope, he's not returning at all. He's done. And on top of that, if he did play, it was possible that he had to serve a 5-game suspension from last year because he got tested positive for drugs.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's tough, man. You
Beasley,
know what
man.
I was saying about Brooklyn before, bro. Like I was rooting for them just as the underdog. I feel like they got some traction with him. this is what we may see happen throughout this time of players somehow getting the virus and having to leave. I mean, imagine if this happens during the playoffs, where a great player contracts the virus and it could stop a team from moving forward. So it's crazy times, man. I definitely feel for him. This was a great chance for him to return, to kind of make a comeback and clear his name, like you're saying about what happened before from last year. But we won't be able to see that now. So we'll see what they can do. It's just sad to see, man, because I was rooting for the underdog.
Yeah, man, it is sad to see. And to follow up to your question, you brought up some point. Yeah. So you were talking about if players leave, if something happens. I was actually listening to First Take the other day. They were like, man, they're not gonna watch the finals if, let's say, Kawhi gets the virus or LeBron gets the virus or Giannis. Then it ends up being the Orlando Magic versus the Phoenix Suns in the finals. No one's gonna watch that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's important that these players, stay safe and they're corona free. And
and the NBA's got to do their part too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Trying their best. We're all trying to fight this together.
Correct.
I appreciate them still pushing forward with the season, though. Real quick, I just want to say that because as a fan, we don't have much to root for right now. Like, we're watching soccer, we're watching boxing. Nothing's wrong with the sports that we still watch, but those NBA fans, like, this is going to pick us up, pick up our spirits. You know what I mean? Like the hat says, I love this game. You know what I'm saying? And we just want to see it, but we want to see it at the highest level. Absolutely. So I appreciate them for pushing through. Yeah. And I just hope that they can keep things going and keep people healthy. Because like you said, that would hurt the game a bit. And it also would, depending on the player, but it also would really cause for a real asterisk, if a team that wasn't supposed to really, really even be there, and because they get there because another player gets the virus, and that could really, we could have that conversation later if it happens, but you could even say that would be a big asterisk,
Oh, huge asterisk, bro. Huge asterisk. And I want to add on to what you just said. Shout outs to the players as well, because they all came to Orlando and they want to play. You know what I'm saying? Sir. Yes, there was a couple players who, which is nothing wrong. They felt like, you know what, we want to fight for justice, and that's fine. If you want to stay home and fight for that, that's fine. But a lot of the big players came and like, nah, man, I'm trying to get this chip. Not no to the Black Lives Matter, but no, like, I'm trying to win this championship. I can't just stay home. Like, I'm trying to win. So shout outs to the players who wants to play basketball and give us that joy for the game as well. So that's dope. Shout outs to them,
everybody,
man.
all across the board.
Yeah. Yep, facts. Let's move on, man. Victor Oladipo, bro. As we know, he injured. He had a weird, unique injury that no one ever had before with his quad. He hurt last year. I remember he was running for a layup, and he just fell out of nowhere, and he couldn't move. Yeah. And it took him a year to recover. I don't know if you remember. He came back around February this year. He played for like a good month, and the NBA stopped. Now that the NBA resumed, at first he said, hey, he's not sure if he wants to play right now because he's worried about his injury. But if he doesn't play, the NBA said that's fine, but it may cost him $3 million. Now he's like, you know what? I might play a little bit. I might play now. So we don't know if it's because of the money or if he really wants to play. So
I mean, the other thing too, I think when you're seeing the footage of the players in practice, you're seeing everybody in the bubble. If you're an NBA star or even just an NBA player, part of the team, and you see that and you're missing out, you're like, man, I just want to maybe I should be there. Maybe I want to be there. So that might be part of it too. And the hesitancy up front is, before you even see anything or go, you're like, I don't know. And then you see people having fun. You're like, maybe I should go. So that could be part of it too. I don't know, but I think he's got to play it safe as well. If he doesn't feel ready, if the time off didn't help him get even more prepared and ready, then just, sit out. It's not like a big deal. Again, $3 million to me, I would love to have $3 million. I would love to have $1 million. But to him, it's probably not the money's probably not the biggest determinant, factor there. It might be other things, but I think he, it wouldn't hurt him to come back and try to make that run with that team.
And to jump on what you just said, bro, he actually was practicing with the team, and he said he felt great. Like, he was like, you know what? I probably might give it a go because he felt really good. He played 5-on-5 basketball. He was looking real good in practice. No tic-tac injuries. He was feeling really good. So, you know what? Maybe it's not the 3 mil. Maybe he really does want to come back. Maybe he is healthy enough to come. Because you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That was more than a year ago when that happened.
Yeah.
So I understand him. You know, this is because it's like we had 4 months off. Then you have to play tough defense, hard playoff basketball for 2
Right.
months. That's a high risk of an injury. And
Yeah.
then you're off again for like another 2 months, and then you start the season again. So I
Yeah.
understand where he's coming from. But
Yeah. But he had this time off though. You know, like
yes, yes,
that
yes.
only helps somebody, especially someone like him. Like we're seeing all these players come out and say, "Man, I'm 100%." I wasn't, and if I would have had to push through, I wouldn't be 100% right now. At this moment, I'd be more tired, more, my body be more beat up. So he had this time to get even more ready. And there was always the speculation or the idea of coming back to a season. So it wasn't like we said season over, see you next year. That was never even
That was
said.
never, yeah, that was
So
never the
it should have,
case.
kind of clicked in everybody's head saying, let's stay ready, especially someone like that. So I can understand him being careful, but come on, man, like you had time off. You could have gotten ready and be ready at this point. So, but I just want to see the best players there. So I hope he is there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's most likely he may return. So we'll see. We'll see. And Indiana, they're a good team, man. They're a good team. Don't sleep on Indiana. They're a good team. Yeah, I don't think we have them on our top teams, but that's another team we can't sleep on, though. Can't
No.
sleep on that top. We can't sleep on that squad. Um, Speaking about practices, let's talk about who's looking good, man. Since the last time we spoke, man, there's been a lot of footages on teams practicing together and looking good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because we Sixers fans, and I don't think it's because we're Sixers fans, but Philadelphia looks nice.
Yes.
Philadelphia looks nice, bro. Give me your thoughts on the Sixers because they
Bro,
look good. They look good.
I mean, it's reminiscent, and I'm a little biased, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
yes.
it's reminiscent of these guys, man. Eric Snow, Iverson, that 2001 championship run. The reason I say that is because of the pieces, and the pieces are coming together. We talked about a process. I don't even think it's called a process anymore. I think we are now in mode to really make a deep run for the championship. This season is perfectly set up for us to do so in a bubble, no fans, no home court advantage. Just play the game and play the best you can. We got a squad, man. And I'm watching these guys practice, these guys just in it together, we got the talent though, and it's just, and again, the addition of Ben Simmons moving his position,
I
sliding
love it.
over,
I love it.
allowing him to have his free will to just terrorize. And that's what I'm hoping he does do. I'm gonna use that word lightly in the sense of basketball, and just take advantage of that position. I think we're going to do a great job, man. I'm hoping we make that run though. Like I really hope we do. We got the pieces. I mean, again, I'm just glaring at the footage like, wow, this is going to be a great team. Not to downplay any other team in the East, but we're definitely close to the top right now, and we got it. We got it in the right direction right now.
I think you're absolutely right. And like I said, we both love the Sixers. We both play for the Sixers in 2K, but not even. But besides that, we look really good. Embiid, I don't know if you see Embiid. They said
Yeah.
Embiid having fun.
Yeah.
Brett Brown, he says usually when the Sixers are on the road, Embiid's usually to himself. He's in the
Right.
hotel room. He doesn't chill with the guys, and he's playing his Xbox.
Yeah.
Now he's the leader. Like, yo, what we doing today? Where we going today? What we eating today?
Yeah.
He's out. He's active. He looks good. He's in shape. He lost weight. Ben Simmons, I don't know if you've seen on YouTube his little vlog. He was
Yeah.
practicing threes. I don't want to fall for this three thing again because we see this every summer,
Right.
every time off. But the guy asked him, yo, you need to shoot more. They look good. Ben Simmons gave him a one-word answer. He said Orlando. He said Orlando. So I'm
Right.
like, all right, you gonna shoot? He said Orlando. So I'm like, all right, man. And in practice, that's all you see Simmons do. And they're wet. They're wet. You know what I'm saying? So
Again, I think the free mind, bro. I'm telling you, like this,
yes,
freeing up his mind, not having to divvy the ball up, is going to be lethal. I just
yes,
feel it. And like
yes,
you said, like we're seeing a team really maturize, like come together. The coach,
yes,
like
yes.
the things he's saying in the footage I'm seeing as well is amazing. Like he's bringing these guys together, creating a real togetherness, and that's only going to show tremendous on the court when these guys play together. So again, I'm with you, man. I think we're going to make a strong push. I hope we push it all the way and get to that finals, because if we do, we can make a real – it'll be crazy to see if we go against the Lakers too. Like I said, reminiscent of 2001, if we can make that push and get there, we can really make a difference. I think we got a shot, man.
Yeah,
Again, not to be biased, I'm just talking facts right now.
it just sucks, man. Because man, if it was Lakers, because I don't like the Lakers. I never did like the Lakers. And if it was the Lakers versus the Sixers, I have to find a way to get in that bubble, man. I do. I hope security, like, dude, I
We
gotta
can
watch
find
that
a way.
game somehow.
We can
Yo,
find a way.
we gotta get a pass and get it. We will quarantine. I don't care, man. I'll take
Right.
time off. We'll quarantine for 5 days. We gotta go to
For a
Orlando
month,
and watch that
quarantine
game.
for a month and
Yeah,
celebrate.
I don't care. However long it take, man. But that'll be dope. Another team, like I think we touched on it earlier, though. Another team that looks good to me is Portland, man.
Mm.
Skinny Mellow looks good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Dame time is always ready. I seen their practices too, man. I really, really, really believe they will make it to the 8th spot. I know they're 3 games
Oh yeah.
behind. I
Oh
know
yeah.
they're 3 games behind Memphis, but I really think they'll make it to the 8th spot,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Dame,
That's
Dame,
definite. That's
Dame.
definite.
Yeah, he don't play games, man. When it's Dame time, it's Dame time, bro. And
Right.
shout outs to Dame. It was his 30th birthday last weekend, so shout
Yeah.
outs to him as well.
For sure.
I like Portland, bro. I really do. I really like
Yeah.
Portland.
No, I'm with you on that. I mean, as far as AC, they're the ones that can take that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they stay healthy, again, we'll see what happens with players, and hopefully everybody stays healthy, from the virus and also any injury. But they're the ones that can do it, and I think they can really make a push. I still really favor the Lakers in the West.
Oh,
I don't think
absolutely.
anybody. There was talks of Mario Chalmers possibly joining the team. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if he's going to be in. I don't know.
I don't even like the Lakers, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know if it's real, but we've seen some things about that. But the Lakers still got the squad, man. And if you've seen LeBron, and we talked about it before, how he brings his guys together, this is where he's going to thrive. And I know that they're pushing with a chip on their shoulder. So I'm really excited to see what they can do in the West. And again, to meet whoever's in the East left standing. I still think it's the Lakers West, and we'll see how the games go and what happens. But as of today, right now, I still have them as the favorite in the West.
So let me ask you. It's not because I hate the Lakers, but I just want to ask you this. Even though they lost Avery Bradley and Rondo for a little bit, you still like the Lakers over the Clippers?
Yeah, I mean they still have LeBron. They still have majority of that team, and the Clippers. We've yet to see them, really with this environment. We don't know everybody. I know what LeBron can do. You know what I'm saying? I know what his character is. I know what he's made of just by watching him for so many years. We know what he can do, not to mention what he can do on the court. So the matchup, I still think it favors the Lakers. I'm not saying the Clippers can't do damage and really, maybe kind of touch them in a way and get them off their game a bit. But I still think the Lakers still got that squad. Rondo doesn't really, like we say, he makes a difference, but not so much. I think Avery makes a bigger difference not being there, but they can fill that void. J.R. Smith is coming in. The additions that they have already made, I think fills those voids, as well as a player that LeBron already knows he played with. You know what I mean? So there's no real, they have to mesh together. That's already done. So, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be anybody better right now on paper than the Lakers in the West.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I still disagree. I'm still rolling with Kawhi Jordan. I know when it's playoff time, Kawhi Jordan, he turns up, bro. I know he don't talk. I know he's not a leader, but bro, when it is playoff time, this dude is a machine. He's the Terminator. I think, okay, here's my thing. You're right on the Clippers. They didn't really gel this year. They had a couple good moments and some bad moments too. But to me, I think they're the type of team where they're playoff ready, bro, because that was them last year. Last year, they were okay, but in the playoffs, they weren't afraid of Golden State. They weren't afraid of Golden State. They took them to 6, man. You know what I'm saying? So I really like the
Different
Clippers,
team.
bro.
Different
Yeah,
team.
it
They
is a
got
different
better.
team.
They did get better, but
Yeah.
still, when the season was over, when it halted, when the
Yeah.
season paused, who is number one in the West.
It was y'all.
Running things.
It was the
And I
Lakers.
know, yeah, and I know it's a different team. I know we're talking about that, but I still think the additions they made to replace the lost players they lost makes up or at least equals what they had before.
Word.
And again, some pieces could be even more better, like I
Yeah.
said with J.R. Smith. So we'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if the Clippers can do it against the Lakers if they meet in the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if they can push over and knock off the Lakers. I just don't think in a 7-game series they can do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah. I think they can. I think they can, bro, because they got dogs. They got Beverly. They got what's my boy Trez.
Yeah.
They got Morris. He could turn up. Paul George. He could be. Paul George is Paul George. Kawhi is Kawhi.
Yeah.
I think they got dogs. Lou Will. You know how Lou Will is. It's over when Lou Will checks in the game. So
yeah.
I don't know.
And we're talking about an environment we don't know anything about. None of us know this environment. Like
that too.
We don't have home court. We don't have fans. Nobody's cheering you on.
Nah.
You go to your team at your home court. There is no advantage. There is none of that. It's strictly ball. That's why I say Lakers a little edge, because it's strictly ball.
You're right.
We're going to see the best of – I think this is the best environment we're ever going to see NBA. We're never going to see this again unless they do it again like this. We're never going to see the best straight-up players hit the court and play. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to add on to what you were saying. I forgot what show I was watching, but they were saying they said the exact same thing you just said. This might be the best playoffs because all the players are focused. There's no fans shouting.
They got nowhere else to go.
You gotta get your own energy. Yeah.
It's like a basketball camp.
Yeah.
We get to watch it live on TV.
Yeah.
Best players in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing like this. Not even the Olympics is like this.
No. You gotta find your own way to get yourself pumped up because there's no fans behind you. So this could be the best playoffs we ever seen, bro. This could be. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Strictly basketball. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, man. It is. Now let's move on to our last topic of the night, bro. It's still about basketball, but it's off subject. Everybody's getting fresh fades, man. They just built a little building. They just built a little barber shop, man, in the bubble. And Tobias Harris, he was looking rough. He was one of the roughest I seen. That was
It wasn't too bad.
He wasn't too bad, but
little bush, man. That's
yeah. But he looked clean now, man. He got chopped up. Other players are getting chopped up, man. I think that's a good look for the bubble, so the NBA players could look fresh, man. So shout outs to the NBA for helping out the guys, man.
Yeah, I mean that's just another reason why the NBA is probably the greatest league that we have right now in professional sports, just because they take care of their guys. You know what I mean?
They do.
I mean, they're in Disney World, like we talked about before. But now they got barber shops. Like they're trying to make it the most comfortable for them that they can. And again, if you're gonna be playing on TV, if you got the media following you around, you want that fresh haircut. If you can get that fresh haircut, we've seen a lot of players. They got their barbers that travel with them, or they got their out-of-town barbers they go to. They always got to stay fresh for that. And every player is different, but just like us, we got to get fresh before we go outside, even more so when you're on TV, So it's cool. Like, I think it's a good thing. Hopefully it builds morale, and it makes guys confident, like sometimes their haircut just change your confidence. The swag is back, You walk like a player, Like, back on track when you get that haircut.
Yo, as a man, when you walk out that barber shop, bro, you feel like no one could talk to you. You feel like no one could talk to you, man. You're the top of the world, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's
and these
true.
guys, they haven't had their cuts in a minute, so they feeling all the way right now. So
yeah, for sure, man. That's what I'm saying. Brings that confidence back.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Shout out to the NBA for that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to NBA, one of the best leagues, man, in the world. So, yeah, man, we're gonna keep, talking about NBA over here on our YouTube channel and do the best we can, man. I think that's all we have for tonight. Anadol, you got anything we should add, brother?
Nah, man, just go Sixers, man. And like, subscribe, share this. Let's get this out to people. Join the conversation. Comment below what you think. You think the Lakers gonna be number one? You think the Sixers going to be the best in the East? Comment. Let us know.
Yeah, man. Let us know, man. We love everybody's takes, man. So, cause this is fun. This basketball. We back. Let's go,
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm
let's go.
saying? So yeah, brother. Once again, this 32 for 1 podcast. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Actually, we're only in two. We're only on Twitter and Instagram at 32 for 1 ball. Like, share, and subscribe. Like Antidote said, man. Catch our 2K playoff games, aka Road to 100. It's
Oh
getting
yeah.
testy. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be an easy road, but we're excited to see who's gonna make it to the finals, and we're excited to see who's gonna win the whole thing. So that's gonna be dope as well, man. So again, man, thank y'all for supporting, and we appreciate you guys. Love.